Hey everybody, this is Paul. I decided to start this YouTube channel because, to be honest, I hadn't really found any other channels or videos specifically pertaining to the situation that I'm in, that I found myself in, and I think it might be helpful for some people. Hopefully it will be informative and maybe entertaining. We'll see how that part goes. But essentially, the situation is, I'm 33 years old. I'll be 34 in a couple of months. I've been working out consistently for about 4-5 years, short of a small period of time, about 6 months after my first child, my daughter, was born. I've always been in shape. I've always been lean. I've always paid attention to my diet. More specifically, though, in the last 2 to 3 years, using like MyFitnessPal to make sure I was tracking everything. I became a fan of all the YouTube fitness channels, followed all that stuff, learned as much as I could about training and fitness and all of that, and it worked really well for a long time. Like I said, I'm in really good shape. But about 9-10 months ago, I noticed a difference and started, basically I started feeling like crap. Pretty much the only time I felt good was when I was in the gym. The rest of the time I found myself tired, constantly, feeling like I was completely wasted by 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Regardless of whether I'd worked out that day or not. I found it became pretty much impossible for me to get my last little bit of fat off of my stomach. A lot of times I looked bloated. I'd feel bloated. I would be. Pants wouldn't be fitting right. It was a bunch of little things. A little bit irritable. Sometimes non-communicative, not wanting to talk, socialize, do much of anything, most days. Like I said, a lot of little things, and nothing really ever made me think that I might have a medical issue. But I went in earlier this year for my yearly physical with my doc, took a full blood panel. And, because I read some stuff online, and obviously, pretty much anybody who follows anything about fitness knows what TRT is and how people use it, but it's typically, something that is necessary for older men. It's not considered to be something that young men need, especially someone like me who's, I look really young. I look a lot younger than I am, I'm told, and I'm in really good shape. So, but I'd heard stuff, and I'd asked my doc if he'd run a testosterone test as well, since we were running a blood panel. He was a little reluctant to for some reason, but he did. When it came back, my numbers were not below normal, but they were towards the low end of normal. I was in the mid 400s. Of my total testosterone. My free testosterone was about 12. What was interesting, though, was my estradiol level was extremely low. I asked the doc about it. He didn't seem too concerned. He basically said, as long as you have some estrogen in your system, it's not a big deal. I did research myself. Nothing against doctors, but a lot of times there's new studies and things that they just don't follow up with. It's not something typically that men are going to ask about, or something that a doctor feels like he needs to look into, low estrogen in men. What I found is being as low as I am put me at fairly high risk for cardiovascular issues, osteoporosis, and basically, it said that typically men with low estradiol are expected to die a lot sooner. So, my doctor recommended that I go to a men's health clinic, testosterone clinic, anti-aging clinic, whatever you want to call it. So I did. and I've went through 3 blood tests with them. Each subsequent blood test over the course of 3 weeks, all of my numbers dropped. My testosterone dropped the first time from, I believe it was like 440 something to 410. Free testosterone was like 11. Went back 2 weeks later for the follow-up for the estradiol. My numbers had dropped again to 380, and free testosterone was less than 9. So what's interesting is that your body does ebb and flow like that. Your numbers will go up and down, not just day to day, but week to week, month to month. You might have different levels. But basically the symptoms hadn't changed. Like I said, tired, achy, sore, lethargic, irritable, moody. All of those things were still in play. So at that point, knew there was a problem. Thankfully, I have insurance. So I decided to start testosterone replacement therapy. Today is Monday, the 23rd of January, and I actually got my first shot on Saturday. So it's only been 2 days since I had the shot. So obviously there's nothing physiological, no differences or anything that I can tell you at this point. But my goal with this channel is to log, I guess, my journey with this stuff, because it is foreign territory for me. But like I said, there's not a whole lot of YouTube channels out there talking about testosterone replacement for someone who's young, in shape, good diet, all that stuff. There's a lot of channels out there that are great, but they're typically more generally relative to the kind of testosterone therapy patients that you think of. Guys who may even be my age, but be really overweight, have really hard time losing weight. Guys who are suffering from fertility or erectile dysfunction issues. So hopefully, like I said, this can be helpful to some people who, like I said, might just not be feeling like themselves. Might just be feeling like there's something wrong. And if there is, then go to the doctor. But for the purposes of this channel and subsequent videos that I'll make, I just want to let you know what I'm going through, what I'm seeing, the changes, the progress, if there is any. I'm sure there will be some, adjustments that need to be made, pretty much everything. Just logging it for you on a hopefully at least once a week basis to tell you where I'm at and where I'm going, and how I'm feeling. So I hope you like the video. I hope that you'll stay tuned and keep watching, and by all means, please let me know if there's anything else about my situation that you'd like to know. Post a comment in the section below. You can also email me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have about my particular situation. I did want to tell you that the last blood test that I had, which was Saturday when I went ahead and had that first injection, my total testosterone was 380 nanograms per deciliter, and my free testosterone was 8.83. So that is well below the 9 free testosterone level that they recommend. So anyways, I guess that's it for now. I hope you liked the video. Share it with your friends if you see fit, and we'll see you next time. I'll probably go ahead and make another video just to talk about my current workout, current diet, current goals, and all that stuff after this one. Thanks, and we'll see you again next time.